Hello everybody, Jersey Chester here, doing some recaps of media I consumed in 2025. I'm gonna do games first. I didn't play that many games, so I think this is a good test. Let's get right into it. I did not play a ton of games last year, but it's an okay amount. So first we have the original Sonic. Technically it's Sonic 3D. I played it on the 3DS. It was pretty solid. It was a good time. I'm gonna put it in B. I do really love the graphics. I kind of think this is where video game graphics peaked, honestly. Either this or Game Boy Advance. My only real critique is as fun as it is running around in the levels sometimes, for a game where the whole point is to run really fast and jump off of stuff and feel like you're really good at parkour, there's a lot of obstacles that just randomly impede your progress, and it's not as fun as Sonic 2. I'll say that. Next up, we got Balatro. I was a little late to this one, but I think a lot of people, have already played this. You know it, you love it. It's a card roguelike. It's incredible. I sunk so much time into it. There's not even that much to be said. If you haven't played it, you just gotta play it, man. And I feel like it may be slightly better at poker, maybe? I had a poker game or two last year, and I felt like I actually knew what I was doing a little bit. I remembered the hands better. Next up, we have this game, Dude Stop. This one's kind of interesting. It's like a game where there's simple puzzles, but they're mostly meant for you. You get a regular trophy if you solve them correctly, but the whole point is to annoy the narrator. So you get a different goofy trophy if you upset him, I guess. And it's a fun concept, and I liked it enough, but I didn't feel like the narration was that strong. And sometimes there would be puzzles where I was just I do not know what this guy's going for. A little bit like Phoenix Wright, honestly, where you're I have an idea in mind and I think it should work, but clearly the game developer didn't have the same idea. So I'm gonna, I don't know, put it in C. It was an okay time. Next up, we have Neon White. This was definitely one of the best games I played last year. So clean, so stylish. This is what Sonic, the original Sonic, should be. You're constantly moving, and you might mess up the first few times, but once you get into the flow, it is so satisfying to jump from enemy to enemy. And there's a lot to go back and replay for. I admittedly haven't 100%ed it or anything, but there's once you've beaten a level for the first time, you go back and you get presents, and there's also you want to beat your times and you get a better thing for beating the time. So much fun, feels so good, looks so good. Honestly, I'm gonna put that ahead of Balatro because that was pretty spectacular. Next, we have Dadish 2, the sequel to Dadish. It's a pretty cute platformer, pretty simple, some fun dialogue. You play this father who is a radish, and he's collecting all his missing radish children. It's a good time, nothing too wild, some fun platforming. Honestly, I'm gonna put it ahead of Sonic, which I feel a little bad doing that, but different kinds of platforming. Next up, we have Vampire Survivors. Admittedly, might be the game I sunk the most time into besides Balatro. Super fun. I love just walking around and killing stuff. And once you hit the point where you're just a death machine and nothing can touch you, it is such a good time. Eventually, the 30-minute cap does get a little boring once you're trying to just collect all the stuff, but that's not really the fault of the game maker. That's kind of once you've already played it a ton. And they actually have a lot of speed up functions I just haven't used a lot yet. So honestly, I'll just say, it was a really good time. Oh, where do I put it though? In front of Balatro, behind Balatro? It's gonna go just behind, but it's really solid. Next, we have Bowser's Fury. Not a full game, admittedly, but I had already played whichever one it came with. I want to say Super Mario. It's either... 3D World, it's the one with the cats. It's kind of fun. I kind of like running around, but the way that you kind of have to wait for Bowser every now and then, he'll pop up and the sky rains fire and whatever, and you just kind of wait for those parts to be over, is not super fun to me. So I'll put it ahead of Dude Stop, firmly in C tier. Next up, we have Hollow Knight. It's an incredible game. I tried to play it years earlier, at least 4 years. It was a really good game, but it's just a huge game, and I kind of have a short attention span, so I kept getting lost, and I would come back a week later and be all right, well, I have to start over if I have any chance of ever beating this. So finally last year I locked in and I went through, I played the whole thing. I haven't 100%ed it, but I got at least one of the endings, probably the worst ending, and I do intend to go back and play more later, but super, super fun time, and I love all the bugs, and they're all so cute, and I find myself constantly saying Bapanada and Igale, and it's awesome. Some of my favorite NPCs in any game. It is really big, but it was a great time. Honestly, I'll put it right behind Neon White. No, you know what? It's ahead of Neon White. Neon White, I think Neon White was the best gameplay, but it also, the dialogue is a little, kind of cringe, whatever. And the story isn't really like that mind-blowing or anything, so I do think Hollow Knight's ambiance like gives it a leg up. Next up is this game called Disc Room. This was a really interesting one. I would assume this is maybe one of the least known games on this list that I'm gonna whip out here. It's super fun. I played it on Switch, but I'm sure it's on like PC too. It's basically this game where you are locked in, you're in a room and there's like flying blades everywhere and they cut you up and you're gonna die like a million times, but there's different goals for every room. Some rooms you just have to survive for a certain amount of seconds. Some rooms you have to like die to a certain blade several times, but you keep coming back to life. I won't give away too much, but that's kind of the main gist of it. It's really fun. It's really hard, which I'm a fan of, like Binding of Isaac and Super Meat Boy and some more difficult like bullet hell type stuff. So I really appreciated that. At times it was kind of hard to navigate and figure out like what room you were really supposed to be going to next, but I really loved the like bestiary for the different blades, because like it starts out actually describing them and then like 30 or 40 entries in, the person who's you're playing as is like clearly losing their minds and like so ready to be out of here, which I think is super fun ambiance. I think this one was really solid. It was a pretty short game, but it was like really well thought out, so I'm gonna put it in A. Next up we have, and I do consider them different, I have Deltarune Chapter 3. I mean, what to say without really spoiling it for people who haven't played it? I mean, it's TV time! Chapter 3, I would say, absolutely is my favorite chapter of Deltarune thus far. Such a fun ambiance. I would probably rank it like 3, 1, 4, 2, and I don't hate any of them. It's all really good and it's fairly close, but 3 is so much fun. Absolutely the best of the antagonists thus far, and you really get so much character from like Susie, Ralsei, and you start to kind of unravel the mysteries a little bit, and it's probably the most fun Dark World. I am such a diehard Deltarune fan. I am eagerly awaiting the next one. I'm gonna put it right behind Hollow Knight. Such a good time. I played it multiple times. My only frustration is the secret boss in this one is a total pain in the ass. They don't really warn you what you're supposed to do, and if you get too far into the chapter without doing certain things, you're screwed. You have to replay it. I mean, that sucked, but you can play the game as is. And honestly, I don't really think this secret boss was worth it. Chapter 4, pretty fun. I feel like I'll have to play it a second time before I have a really strong opinion on it, but it's like a fairly good time. You're getting more lore drops and stuff, and the secret boss is so much fun, as well as some of the other characters you meet. So like, I would say that's very solidly, I think it's also an S. Like, it's all a great time. I'll put it right at the back of S. Or you know what, for now, it's going at the head of A. Next we have Unfair Flips. This is maybe one of my least favorite games I've played in a really long time. It's not really the creator's fault. I would say this is like exactly what they said it is. I'm also going to take this time to make an F tier. Yeah, I mean, it's exactly what the creator describes it to be. It's basically you're flipping coins and it's kind of a roguelike, but you're just flipping a coin and you can slightly increase the odds over time, but you're just flipping a coin, man. You're just flipping a coin until you get 10 heads in a row. You're slightly increasing the probability and the money you make, but this is such a time killer and it's not fun. And I really regret the time that I put into it, but I feel like I do have a bit of an addictive personality and it feels like you're like sitting at the slots or something waiting for it to hit. So I wouldn't play it again. I like returned it and I like deleted it off Steam because I was like, I don't want to have to play this anymore. We got Kirby's Nightmare in Dreamland. This one's a good time. Took me a while to get through because I don't know, just picked it up whenever, but it's okay. It's kind of fun. It's like a remake of one of the first Kirby games, so he does have powers in this one, but it's not super exciting. I'll firmly put it at the top of top of C. Now we have Kirby's Dream Land. This is, I believe, the first one. I'm totally gonna get these mixed up. Maybe I'll fix this in editing, but I probably won't. This one's pretty fun. You're just running around. You're just like sucking stuff up and spitting it out. At least, I mean, he doesn't have the powers in this one, but the intention feels more there. Like, they add the powers in this remake, but it's like, it doesn't really feel like there's a point because, like, you know, it wasn't made that way initially. Then I replayed Deltarune Chapter 1 with my best friend. So much fun. It's such a classic. I'm gonna put it right here, right behind Neon White. Not a ton to say. So many really fun characters. We did like a full read through, so they're super iconic and it's really fun to hear them and voice them, and it's really awesome. Then we have Kirby, I believe this is Kirby's Dream Land 2. This one is like one of the best Kirby games I've ever played. It is so elevated by the fact that you can ride on the back of a giant hamster. I'm gonna put it right behind Deltarune Chapter 1. Finally, we have Mario Kart World. This one was so fun. I have not really enjoyed Mario Kart since like Mario Kart DS, but this one has so much to do and it's so beautiful and so gorgeous, and I spent so much time unlocking the outfits and stuff, so that was a really great time. I'll say I'll put it right behind Balatro. This is my list. These are my top, well, I mean, this is all the games I played, but this is how I would rank them. So I guess the top few would be Hollow Knight, Deltarune overall, but especially Chapter 3, Neon White, Kirby's Dream Land 2, and Balatro. Those would be like the top 5. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to catch another video soon. Bye.